Hi Stats class, this is another homework problem from your 8.3 homework set. And in this we are trying to determine what type of hypothesis test to run. Now again, I know this is a hypothesis test because it talks about p-value method. It says null and alternate hypothesis. It's just, we can tell that this is a hypothesis test because of just the wording, the vocabulary that's being thrown around. Because the percentages and the numbers that they're giving us, I know this is a proportion, a hypothesis test about a proportion. Alright, the other way I know this is a hypothesis test about a proportion is because the H0 and H1 have P beside it. So that's a dead giveaway also. So this is a one prop z-test. So I'm going to come down here, one prop z-test. Now, P0, the claim, that's what's right here, the 45%. But I know it's 45% because it says again, test the claim in the population of all senior executives. 45% say this. Alright, so that 45% is the population parameter. So I'm going to change that to a decimal point, 0.45. Okay, and then it says that 49% of 155 is our sample size. So you can go down there and do the 155 first if you want. X is not given to us specifically, but it says 49% of the total. So we would have to take 0.49 and multiply by the 155. Now, if that doesn't come out to be a whole number, you just round it to the nearest whole number. So the nearest whole number here is 76. Okay, you got to round it. You can't leave it as a decimal. All right, and then the nowhere in here does it say that it's greater than or less than. There, so that's a not equal to. All right, then we come down here and do calculate. Okay, so your test statistic, the very first thing that always gives you is right there. You know, it's two places, so that'll be 1.01. Alright, and then the p-value is the next thing. So the p-value of 4 places typically is 0.3129. Alright, then the conclusion. So if we do a 0.05 significance level, p-value is greater than the significance level, so that means we're not going to reject. So we fail to reject because there is not sufficient evidence. Alright, so that's how we run this. Just the wording tells us a one prop z-test. So we select that. We just have to figure out when we run a one prop z-test, we have to figure out what these numbers are. So P0, that's always going to be the claim value of a parameter. If this is not given to you directly, right, it didn't give us X, it gave us P hat. So we had to use the inverse relationship between P hat and X. So you just multiply N by P hat as a decimal and then round up to the nearest whole number to get X.